I saw this closed square joined to make a cute top in a trendy store not very long ago. And I have a diagram to show you how they were joined together. To make this square, I'm going to start with a chain 4. Once again, very loosely. I'm going to especially leave this first chain quite loose. That's where we're going to be doing our double crochets into the ring. So 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to come back into this first loop, and I'm going to do 3 more double crochets. Now I'm going to chain 3 and do 4 double crochets into this ring. I'm going to start to crochet over the top of the tail to make less work when I'm ready to finish my square. So 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets into the middle ring. I'm going to do a chain 3. This is forming our corners. Four more double crochets into the ring. I'm using a lighter weight yarn, one that's almost close to a thread, because that mimics the look of that top I told you about. Three chains for the corner. And we're going to do 4 groups of the 4 double crochets. With a chain 3 in the middle. To complete round 1, chain 3 to form the final corner, and then slip stitch into the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 3, which counts as our first double crochet. I'm going to close with a slip stitch, and that will complete round 1. And you can see where the chain 3s have formed the corners of the first round of our square. Let's begin round 2. I'm going to chain 3, and then I'm going to double crochet into the next of 3 double crochets. going to do 2 double crochets followed by a chain 3 and 2 more double crochets in the corner. So in the corner, go into, this is the space in the corner with the chain 3. Two double crochets, chain 3, and then 2 more double crochets. Now I'm going to double crochet in the next 4 double crochets. I'm going to go into the corner created by the chain 3 space here and do 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets. This is where our increases are going to be occurring. For each round, we'll be adding an increase at each corner as we go around. Double crochet in the next 4 double crochets. And then I will do the corner, 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets, all in that corner space. Continue this pattern all the way around. I'm going to go and fill in my last corner. And then I'm going to join with a slip stitch at the top of the chain 3. That counts as our first double crochet, and that will complete round 2. The following rounds are going to be very, very similar to the previous rounds because we'll be double crocheting in each of the double crochets along the side and doing the corner in each of the corners. And chain 3, and then I'm going to double crochet into the next 5 double crochets. corner is going to be very consistent in every round. This can go on for as many rounds as you would like. You'll just crochet in each of the double crochets across, and then do a corner in every round as you go out, for as many rounds as you choose. I'm only going to do 4 rounds for this particular demonstration. There are now going to be 8 double crochets going across, followed by a corner. Now I'm going to go across the next 8 double crochets. To finish, I'll do a double crochet in the next 2 double crochets along this side, and then close with my slip stitch in the top of the chain 3 that counts as the first double crochet stitch. And here is the closed square after 3 rounds. Chain 3, to complete round 4 of my closed stitch square, I'm going to go around and double crochet in each of the 12 double crochets along each side, and then a corner in each of the corners. And as I said earlier, you can continue to make this square as large as you want by continuing this pattern for any number of rounds. There are several ways to make a number of squares and join them together. And once you have your gauge and have a completed square, you can lay squares out into a pattern and make things like sweaters and tops. I'm going to include my diagram of a shirt. Using these squares joined together. And you'll be able to see they're going to be laid out on a triangular grid. And the openings run together in a really nice pattern when they're joined together. We'll go over some of the joining techniques in another section. With each of the increases at each end, we will end up with 16 stitches along the edge in the fourth round. Really just hundreds and hundreds of different squares you can make with different stitches. And there's all sorts of different patterns, but they will all start by starting with a middle ring, whether you chain a number of stitches and join with a slip stitch, whether you make a magic ring, or whether you chain a number of stitches and do all the rest of your stitches into the first chain as we did here. You begin working your rounds out, and the increases in the corners will help form the square shape. Circles and squares are only two of the shapes that we can make by working in the round. You can make triangles and octagons and rectangles, almost any shape you can think of by varying the stitches and the increases. I encourage you to look at different patterns that you would like to try of various squares. Complete round 4, I'm going to double crochet into the last 4 double crochets on this side, and then I'm going to join . So now I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the double crochet, and then I'm going to finish off. So here's 4 rounds of the closed stitch square.